We're here at the Music Lounge interviews with Justin Hyatt and Colin Hatch. They are co-owners of Muse Music. So what did you think it was going to be like to own a venue?
Completely different than what it is.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know. I don't know if I actually thought it through.
Yeah, really. I didn't. So we had been thinking restaurant the whole time. I was excited about the cafe. We had a lot of ideas for it.
I mean, I'm in a couple local bands. I'm a commercial music major at BYU, so like the fact that it was a venue and it's got a recording studio, like that just made it so much more attractive to me. I was just super overwhelmed thinking about booking bands here at Muse because I thought, well, I've got my perspective on bands. But then people would say, oh, and these guys are playing on the weekend and they always bring a huge crowd and I hadn't heard of them, you know? Yeah. And so I thought, whoa, like, I mean, even I who've lived in Provo for 3 years already and have siblings who have come through this music scene, like, I thought I had a pretty good grasp, but then realized very quickly that I didn't have quite the grasp on the music scene that I thought I did. So that was a little daunting at first.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I was pretty new to the music scene in total. Like, I'd been to a few shows. I knew bands, mostly bands from the friends and whatever. So it was a lot of catching up to do for me, like, you know, who's good around here, who are the bands, going to a bunch of shows, just trying to catch up.
So what have you done that has helped you guys? Like, what decisions have you made early on that have helped you so far?
Well, from the very beginning, we wanted this to be a community space. We wanted it to be a place where, you know, people can come, share ideas, share art, and that's been really, we've kept that focus the whole time. We're here for the bands, we're here for the fans, we're here for the artists. You know, we put up visual art too. We're promoting, helping bands sell their merch, helping bands get fans. And when we keep that focus, it's easy for us to make decisions. You know, all we have to do is ask them, ask the people around, what do you want? What can we do better? And, you know, I feel like the community really appreciates Muse being here. I feel like we're really helping a lot of people out.
I have to say it's mostly because of our great employees and how we've structured the business. All of our employees are able to book shows and things like that. And we structure the whole business as kind of a team thing. We have meetings every 2 weeks with all of them. And so, so whatever, you know, any of us lack, one of our other employees can really help out. So it's really thanks to having a pretty great team of employees.
A lot of our employees play in bands, so it's easy to say, you know, how can we make the shows better? We want to have the best show. What do we need? Do we need better mics? Do we need this or that? You know, what are the fans saying? What are the bands saying? And everybody's just pitching in. So.
Yeah. And we have, you know, people that are in all sorts of different genres within the music scene. So the nice thing is we book hip hop shows because Chance Lewis, you know, works here, and we book, you know, plenty of alternative rock shows because I work here, kind of a thing. So
Gilbert's got his Punkaramas, which are awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what's been hard about running a venue?
Nobody's perfect. And that applies to both me. Like several times I've done stuff that I wish I could go back and do better. Whether it's the way I organized an event or whether it's just how I talk to somebody one day.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of funny, you know, playing at Velour and Muse before owning Muse.
Uh-huh.
I always had this thing where I was, you know, just trying to be like the nice, friendly guy to the owners and stuff, and I never understood, you know, why there wasn't a lot of feedback. And now I get it. It's just everybody and their dog has a band, and they come in, you know, once every month and a half or 2 months, and it's just hard to make a relationship with 1,000 kids, you know. And so people will come in, and I won't know who they are, and you know, so things like that. I have some regrets about, you know, ways the business is, you know, ways we've run things, but they're just like novice, this is my first time doing this sort of mistakes.
Yeah, I think there's a lot, you know, there's a lot that I had no idea about, you know, just a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, you know, paying taxes, buying toilet paper, paying rent, you know, paying for the internet. You don't even think about it. Now whenever I go out, when I go to Velour, when I go to a restaurant, I'm always like, wow, that napkin dispenser's like $87, you know? And just like, you know, stuff that most people have no idea about, that like, you know, stuff adds up. There's a lot to be done. It's not just showing up, unlocking the door and let the bands in, you know?
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, so.
That's definitely one of the hardest things too, keeping up our sound equipment. We've made some significant improvements since we bought it. We have some great new speakers, but we've also blown some speakers and ruined some mics, and so keeping all that sound equipment up it's kind of hard to catch up with the band sometimes.
So say you're a small band, like you just mentioned, and you're trying to get bigger. How does a band build a relationship with you?
I'd say, well, best thing to do if you are really just starting out is to come play open mic and make some sort of personal connection with me or Justin. You know, you make some contact with us, say, hey, I'm about to play, I'm on the list, come see me, I'm number 8, and make, you know, then we're sure that, you know, oh, that's the person, we hear your music, and we hear that you can play live. Because one of the things people don't kind of understand is when you're contacting a venue, the venue wants to know whether you're going to put on a good show. If you have some great demo, you could have taken a year to get that demo done, or you could have paid a ton of money to get that demo done. But, you know, that's a lot different from playing a show. The other thing is that I just would love it if everyone just knew intuitively. If you email a venue, make your email as short as possible. Include your band's name. That's something that's just, it's so obvious to me, but not obvious to everyone, as I've found out. Include your band's name. And especially if you're emailing Muse, our calendar is so up to date. It is live up to date. If I put something on the calendar, it's on our website. So if a band goes and says, hey, I noticed you had April 15th free. Can we play that night? Here's our Facebook, our name, that's it. I don't want 2 paragraphs because I'm not gonna read them. Not to be mean, but just because there's a ton of emails coming in. So that's kind of one of the main things I'd tell bands, you know, if they're looking to start up, it's open mic, really effective short emails.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Where can we find you online?
MuseMusicCafe.com. We're on University Avenue in Provo, 151 North. So come on down.
Our calendar is great. It's got Velour's calendar, our calendar, any Provo events we hear about, house parties, BYU music stuff. So if you're looking for something to do, MuseMusicCafe.com. Also follow us on Twitter at Muse Music Cafe, and our Facebook page is a great way to find out about shows.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.